What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over one of my new favorite builds, which is Lifesteal Dual Blades. If you were a huge Monster Hunter player before Monster Hunter Wilds, and you played Monster Hunter World, and more specifically Iceborne, you know that in the game you had something called health augments, which went onto your weapons. Shout out Guiding Lance, okay? Now, if you don't know what that is, you don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks to Omega, the regular variant, which you've seen me post about a million times by now, you get the Bale Armor set. The thing about the Bale Armor set is that with a 4-piece armor set, you get the set bonus, the Blackest Night. The Blackest Night allows you to perform a special, which is titled the Blackest Night. The way that this ability works is you pop it on any weapon, you end up waiting for about 8 seconds. In that 8-second period, you will, if you get hit by the monster, you will perform a parry. While you perform that parry, your defense doubles, you get heal on hit, and on top of that, your entire health bar turns into red health. What that means is that red health slowly recovers passively anyways. So, this build is using the dual blades, focusing on high raw damage, thanks to the bonuses and the perks that this armor set gives. So, without further ado, let's get into it. To start, we are rocking the Terrible Twins. The Terrible Twins is the Sergios dual blades. It is not everybody's favorite, but I'm going to tell you why it's good. The reason it's good is its high affinity and its high raw attack, okay? It's actually really nice. It is pretty nice. But the reason we're rocking it is because it is one of the easier sets of weapons to rock crit boost on. What I mean by that, thanks to its innate ability blade scale honing, every time you hit a perfect dodge, especially which is easy on dual blades and on bow, you activate this skill effect. The way the skill effect works is when you hit that dodge, you will hit your dodge, you'll hear the ting. After that, what this means is not only did you just increase your dual blade damage because you naturally perfect dodged an attack, but you are also giving yourself kind of like a pseudo sharpness meter. It turns almost reptilian, and you can see your sharpness slowly go down based on the amount of hits. Now, the cool thing about it is that it actually just increases the damage you do. So when you have critical boost, where you don't have to worry as much because your affinity is naturally decently high, plus all of the raw damage stacking skills that we get, it ends up making pretty hefty build. So, next up is we've got the Skull Mask. The reason we are actually rocking the Skull Mask is because the Earplugs. Earplugs level 3 is great, and on dual blades, it is one of the easiest weapons to dodge roars. However, I also wanted to fit something in here. Skull Mask could be replaced by something like the Gamma Radau helmet. It could be replaced by the Gamma Uzduna helmet, if you really wanted to. Omega. It's interchangeable, okay? I threw Skull Mask in here because Earplugs is a wonderful quality of life skill that, if I don't have to worry about a roar, makes my life easy, okay? Next up is we have all 4 pieces of Bale following, so the chest, the arms, the waist, and the legs. Lastly, we have a secret charm. Mine is rolled with Mind's Eye and Burst, which is huge. I'm super happy about that. If you don't know, Mind's Eye is a wonderful skill because you don't deflect. You do not bounce off of any hard monster body part. You just hit it, okay? It's great. I love it. However, the only thing you need in a charm is Burst. If you want to craft the regular Burst charm, that's fine. If you have a different charm that has Burst on it and something else, that's fine. I went from Mind's Eye and Burst because I like Mind's Eye, especially on dual blades, because there are a couple monsters, most notably, most recently, Omega, which if you're on the underbelly and you don't have white sharpness, you're just bouncing off everything. And if you don't know, the more you bounce, the more your attacks are deflected off the monster, the more sharpness you lose. So you don't want to be bouncing. Now that we've gone over the armor, the weapons, the talisman, the charm, let's go ahead and go over the decorations. We have 1, 2 furor jewels. We have 1, 2 chain jewels, 1 counter jewel, 3 physique jewels. Like I said, you do not need this one. I just like having this one specifically. It works for me. Ideally, you just need burst, and in a perfect world, burst in 2 armor decoration slots, okay? And then the 2 counters. The reason for it is because of this. Resentment, the way that this works, is when you activate the Blackest Night skill effect, everything turns into red health, your entire health pool, which means you get plus 25 raw attack. If you include something like latent power level 5, after you've taken a certain amount of damage, i.e. whenever you activate the Blackest Night, you get plus 50% affinity. If you mix that plus 50% affinity, you see where I'm going with this? Naturally, you're already at 25% with the weapon. Add latent power to it, you're now at 75% with critical boost, okay? We do have burst level 3 for the boost. It is really, really nice, especially on dual blades. It is worth investing into. You could also rock something like weakness exploit or agitator. I opted for burst just because I also have a little bit of OCD and I like seeing my skill list a little cleaner. We have the earplugs. The intimidator doesn't really matter. You don't need it, but it's there. Counter-strike for more additional raw damage when you get hit, because Counter-strike, if my testing was correct at least, when you hit your parry, you technically would still get knocked back, kind of like how Switch Axe hits their parry on a monster. Counter-strike still activates. I believe it still works on the Blackest Night. Quick Sheath, and then obviously the star of the show, the Blackest Night skill effect, okay? Now that we've gone over all of this, we're going to go ahead and go to our little guy Luke over here, and we're going to turn on all of these settings and show how it works. So we're going to put latent power on. We're going to put it on smash mode. We're going to show. So, maximum might, latent power are active. If we were to open, we're at 85% affinity right now. 85%, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull our weapon out. We're going to go for the perfect dodge. You can see blade scale honing. It wasn't perfect. That's fine. It is going to stay like that until we use it. So now what we do is we pop the Blackest Night. Everything turned into red health. Now, had I not already activated latent power, it would be working right now. But since I have, you can see I'm at 246 raw, 85% affinity, 880 defense, and on dual blades, one of the fastest hitting weapons in the game, I am healing for every combo string that I am attacking with. And you can see there, again, not a perfect dodge, and we still got it. We end up popping it here. And you can see the damage is wonderful. Okay? Same thing. Undead Redemption. Maximum might is activated, and go. Okay? The whole idea behind this build is taking one of the most aggressive weapons and turning it into a weapon that can actually continue with their war of attrition. The rap that a lot of dual blades players get is that you're only trying to attack the monster. You're never trying to actually heal yourself. You're never trying to help your teammates. You're just there to do damage. Which is funny. I've got a buddy that does the exact same thing. But this build allows you to kind of wean away from that ideology and more so into the idea of being a team player and actually having enough defense to offset the amount of offense you have. I hope that makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's build. Thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one.